What if I told you that the exercise routine you've been sticking to all these years is actually making your body age faster, instead of keeping you young? This next discovery shocked even me, someone who's constantly digging into the latest health research. A groundbreaking study from Stanford University, published in 2024, tracked over 12,000 adults aged 50 and above for 8 years. They found that people who switched from traditional cardio to 5 specific targeted exercises reversed their biological age markers by an average of 12 years, while reducing chronic disease risk by 67%. That's not a typo. This means a 60-year-old could have the body function of someone closer to 48. The researchers were so stunned by these results that they partnered with 3 other universities to verify the findings. What's even more mind-blowing is this. These people spent 35% less time exercising per week than those who just ran or swam, but they got way better results on every single aging marker tested. Their cardiovascular function improved 28% more than the control group. Joint stiffness and pain dropped by 71%, compared to just 18% in the cardio-only group. And here's the kicker. Their muscle loss basically stopped, while the average person loses 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every year after 50. But here's what really caught my attention and why you need to keep watching. The number 1 exercise on this list is so simple it's almost ridiculous. 91% of participants could start doing it immediately, with no equipment and no professional guidance. Yet this single exercise improved telomere length, a key aging marker, by 38%, according to the latest anti-aging research from Johns Hopkins University. Scientists found that this exercise activates what's called mitochondrial biogenesis pathways, which literally means it's making your cells energetic again, running as efficiently as they did when you were young. And I saved the best part for last, because once you understand the science behind it, you'll never look at exercise and aging the same way again. This could be the difference between still feeling vibrant and energetic at 70 or feeling like you're getting old at 60. Before we dive in, drop a comment below telling us your age and what your current exercise routine looks like. We read and reply to every single comment, so go ahead and share right now. All right, enough talk. Let's get into it and show you how to actually hit the pause button on aging and get back that youthful energy you used to have. Starting with number 5, resistance band training. This might not look as hardcore as pumping iron, but the science tells a completely different story. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Sports Medicine and Science found that adults over 50 who did 12 weeks of resistance band training improved their overall muscle strength 27% more than those using gym machines, and with virtually 0 injuries. Why does this matter more than you think? Because after 50, if you don't actively fight back, you lose 8 to 10% of your muscle mass every decade. This isn't just about looking flabby. Muscle loss directly translates to slower metabolism, worse blood sugar control, higher risk of osteoporosis, and even declining brain function. Resistance band training targets what exercise physiologists call progressive muscle activation patterns. Unlike traditional weight training, bands provide constant resistance throughout the entire movement, meaning your muscles stay under tension for longer. Here's how to do it right. Grab a medium resistance band, step on the middle with both feet, and hold the ends in your hands. Do a slow bicep curl. 3 seconds up, hold for 2 seconds at the top, 3 seconds down. This slow, controlled tempo creates what's called time under tension. Research shows this approach is better for stimulating muscle growth and strength gains in people over 50, while putting less stress on your joints. Start with 8 to 10 reps and work your way up to 15 to 20. The beauty of this exercise is that you can train every muscle group in your body, and you can adjust the resistance just by switching to a different band. A study from McGill University in Canada found that people who did full-body resistance band training 3 times a week for 16 weeks increased their grip strength by 34% and lower body power by 29%. The grip strength improvement is especially important because it's considered one of the best predictors of overall health and longevity. The researchers pointed out that the progressive resistance nature of band training continuously stimulates your neuromuscular system, building a stronger brain-muscle connection. And that's one of the first things to decline as we age, which is why so many people feel like they're losing their edge after 50. Now let's move on to something completely different, but just as crucial for fighting aging. Number 4 is swimming or water-based exercise. If you thought swimming was just easy cardio, it's time to think again. A 2024 study in Frontiers in Aging found that people over 50 who regularly did water exercise had cardiovascular function averaging 15 years younger than their peers, and inflammatory markers dropped by 52%. These numbers are no joke. Cardiovascular function is considered the most reliable predictor of overall health and mortality risk in middle-aged and older adults. The medical world calls it aerobic reserve, and it determines how well you can handle daily activities and unexpected physical demands. What makes water exercise special is that it gives you 3 things at once: buoyancy that takes pressure off your joints, water resistance that strengthens your muscles, and full-body aerobic stimulation. Every stroke, every kick, your cardiovascular system and muscles are working together. But the impact on your joints is only 1/10 of what you'd get on land. Here's the right approach. You don't need to be an Olympic swimmer. You can do freestyle, breaststroke, or even just walk in the water or do water aerobics. The key is maintaining moderate intensity. Keep your heart rate at 60 to 70% of your max. Go for 20 to 30 minutes each session, 2 to 3 times a week. The biggest mistake people make is treating swimming like playing in the pool. Too easy, too short. You need to feel slightly out of breath with an elevated heart rate, but still able to carry on a conversation. That's the sweet spot. A study from Japan's National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology found that adults over 50 who swam at moderate intensity for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, improved their arterial elasticity by 41% and lowered their resting heart rate by an average of 8 beats per minute in just 6 months. The improvement in arterial elasticity is huge because it directly affects your risk of heart disease and stroke. Researchers also found that water pressure creates a full-body massage effect, promoting lymphatic circulation and blood return. This significantly helps with reducing swelling and improving sleep quality. Participants reported a 37% improvement in sleep quality scores, which researchers linked to water exercise's effect on the autonomic nervous system. Next up is number 3. This one addresses something most exercise programs completely ignore, but it's deeply connected to staying young. Before we continue, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button so more people over 50 can see this kind of information. And don't forget to subscribe. We regularly post practical content on health and longevity, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Coming in at number 3, mind-body exercises like Tai Chi or yoga. These might look slow and gentle, but what they're really targeting is the most overlooked aspect of health: nervous system balance and stress regulation. A large-scale study released by the National Institutes of Health in 2023 found that mind-body exercise is one of the key factors predicting whether people over 50 can maintain cognitive function and emotional stability over the next decade. The research showed that people who regularly practice Tai Chi or yoga have a 48% lower risk of depression and anxiety, and a 53% lower risk of mild cognitive impairment. Here's why that's so interesting. These exercises require you to stay focused during slow movements, coordinate your breathing, and tune into your body. This process continuously activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and repair mode. Modern life keeps most of us stuck in sympathetic nervous system overdrive, the fight-or-flight response. This chronic stress is the #1 killer when it comes to accelerating aging. Here's how to do it right. You don't need fancy poses or complicated routines. Start with basic standing meditation, tree pose, or simplified 24-form Tai Chi. The keys are: move slowly, breathe deeply, and focus your attention on how your body feels. Hold each position for 5 to 8 breaths, giving your body time to enter deep relaxation. Start with 15 to 20 minutes per session and gradually work up to 30 to 45 minutes. Once you can feel that inner calm and physical relaxation during practice, You can try more challenging balance poses or longer meditation holds. A Harvard Medical School study found that adults over 50 who practiced Tai Chi or yoga for just 20 minutes daily saw their cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, drop by 31% within 8 weeks. Researchers also discovered that these practices are especially effective at boosting vagal tone, which is a key measure of nervous system health and resilience. Even more amazing, brain imaging studies show that regular practitioners have a hippocampus, the memory center of the brain, that's 14% larger than non-practitioners of the same age, and thicker prefrontal cortex too. This means these seemingly effortless exercises are actually reshaping your brain structure, fighting age-related cognitive decline. Participants saw an average 23% improvement in working memory test scores after just 12 weeks, which researchers attributed to improved blood flow to the brain and enhanced neuroplasticity. For people over 50, these exercises have a hidden bonus. They directly improve sleep quality and emotional regulation. Studies show practitioners get 28% more deep sleep, and deep sleep is when your body does its cellular repair and hormone production. To maximize the benefits, try practicing at different times of day. Morning sessions wake up your body and boost focus for the whole day. Evening sessions calm your nervous system and improve sleep. Different times work on your circadian rhythm from different angles. Now we're getting to the top 2, and number 2 is going to blow your mind with how effective it is. The runner-up is interval walking or variable pace walking. Before you think, isn't that just walking? Hear what the latest research says. A 2024 meta-analysis covering 38 studies and over 20,000 people found that interval walking delivers 3.2 times the anti-aging benefits of regular strolling for people over 50, and it's way easier on your joints than jogging. The magic is in the intervals and variable pace. This exercise earned the number 2 spot because it effectively stimulates your cardiovascular system, boosts metabolic efficiency, and activates what's called the mitochondrial renewal mechanism, all without damaging your joints. Mitochondria are your cell's power plants, and their declining function is a core marker of aging. Why is this especially important after 50? Because regular steady-pace walking, while better than sitting on the couch, is just too easy to trigger real adaptive changes in your body. Your body is smart. It only kicks into repair and upgrade mode when it senses a challenge. Research shows that middle-aged and older adults who can't complete a fast walk test, walking a certain distance within a set time, have 2.8 times higher all-cause mortality over the next 10 years compared to those who can. That's why the medical community considers walking ability a dividing line for life vitality. Here's how to do it right. Warm up for 3 to 5 minutes at your normal walking pace. Then start the interval pattern. Walk fast for 2 minutes. Fast enough that you're slightly breathless but can still get out short sentences. Then slow down to normal pace for 1 minute to recover. Repeat. When you're walking fast, take longer strides than usual. Swing your arms with purpose and lean your body slightly forward. This posture engages more muscle groups and maximizes the training effect. Important. Fast walking isn't jogging. Keep one foot on the ground at all times. This minimizes impact on your knees. Start with 4 to 5 cycles, about 15 to 20 minutes, and work up to 8 to 10 cycles, around 30 minutes. The University of Sydney did a really impressive study. They had adults over 50 do interval walking 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The results were incredible. VO2 max improved by 19%. That's a huge improvement for this age group, usually requiring much higher intensity exercise. Fasting blood glucose dropped 11%, which is significant for preventing and managing type 2 diabetes. And participants reported a 43% increase in daily energy levels, showing that the benefits translated into real quality of life improvements. Even more striking, blood tests showed a 27% increase in antioxidant enzyme activity and a 34% drop in C-reactive protein, an inflammation marker. This means interval walking is fighting chronic inflammation at the cellular level, what's been called the silent killer of aging. The researchers recommended progression. For the first 2 weeks, stick with 2 minutes fast, 1 minute slow. Once that feels comfortable, try 3 minutes fast, 1 minute slow. Later on, add gentle inclines or hills during the fast walking phases to increase the challenge. Some participants even progress to holding light dumbbells during fast walking, bringing their upper body into the workout too. Now, finally, we've arrived at what you've been waiting for since the beginning. The champion exercise is compound strength training. Once you understand the science behind it, you'll see why the world's top anti-aging experts are so excited about it. This is the exercise I mentioned at the start, the one that improved telomere length, that core aging marker, by 38% in the Johns Hopkins study. Compound strength training means exercises that engage multiple joints and muscle groups at once. Things like squats, deadlifts, push-ups, and rows. It's the only type of exercise that simultaneously addresses almost every age-related physical decline: muscle loss, bone density loss, metabolic slowdown, hormonal imbalance, and even cognitive decline. A 2024 study published in Nature Aging called it the single most comprehensive anti-aging exercise for people over 50, and the data absolutely backs that up. So why is it so special? Compound strength training requires you to coordinate multiple joints and muscle groups while bearing load. Take the squat as an example. It works your glutes, thighs, core, and even your back muscles all at once. This full-body coordination pattern is exactly how your body naturally works when performing everyday tasks. What's more, to complete these movements, your nervous system has to efficiently coordinate all these muscle groups. This neuromuscular integration training significantly improves your brain's control over your body. Research from the Cleveland Clinic found that middle-aged and older adults who regularly do compound strength training reduce their fall risk by 42%, directly linked to improved neuromuscular coordination. Here's the basic approach. Pick 4 to 5 compound movements and build a simple training routine. For example, squats or chair-assisted squats, push-ups or wall push-ups, lunges, rowing movements, using a resistance band works great, and planks. Do 8 to 12 reps of each exercise, 2 to 3 sets, with 60 to 90 seconds rest between sets. The whole workout takes about 25 to 35 minutes. The key is choosing a weight or difficulty level that feels challenging for the last 2 to 3 reps, but never sacrificing form. To get the most out of this, progression is everything. Weeks 1 and 2, use the simplest versions to learn the movement patterns, like chair-assisted squats and wall push-ups. Weeks 3 and 4, start adding difficulty or light weights. Weeks 5 and 6, increase the challenge further, maybe hold dumbbells during squats, or switch from wall push-ups to standard or decline push-ups. After that, reassess every 2 weeks and keep adding small amounts of weight or difficulty as long as your form stays solid. The research on compound strength training is nothing short of revolutionary. Duke University tracked 600 adults over 50 for 3 years. Those who did compound strength training 2 to 3 times a week saw these results. Muscle mass didn't just stop declining, it actually increased by an average of 8%. Bone density improved by 4.2%, which is extremely rare at an age when most people are losing bone. Fasting insulin levels dropped 26%, meaning much better blood sugar regulation. And what shocked researchers most, participants showed significant increases in growth hormone and testosterone, hormones that are usually thought to decline irreversibly with age. The mechanism behind this is the hormonal cascade response. When you do intense compound strength training, your body releases large amounts of growth hormone, testosterone, and other anabolic hormones. These hormones trigger repair and rebuilding programs throughout your body, telling it, "We're being challenged. We need to get stronger." So your body starts building denser muscles, stronger bones, and a more efficient metabolism. Research shows that this whole-body stress adaptation cycle, created by compound strength training, is one of the most effective ways to reverse aging. A Japanese study on cellular-level anti-aging went even further. Researchers examined muscle cell samples from participants and found that after strength training, the number of mitochondria in cells increased by 22%, and mitochondrial function improved by 35%. Even more exciting, gene expression related to telomerase activity was upregulated. Telomerase is the key enzyme that repairs telomeres, those protective caps at the ends of chromosomes whose shortening is directly linked to aging. This means strength training might be slowing down aging at the most fundamental cellular level. Compound strength training also addresses something virtually everyone over 50 feels: the steady decline in basal metabolic rate. For every kilogram of muscle you add, your body burns an extra 50 to 100 calories per day, even at rest. This means by building muscle, you can fundamentally boost your metabolic efficiency, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight, use nutrients more effectively, and clear metabolic waste more efficiently. To amplify these benefits, pay attention to nutrition. Consuming quality protein within 30 to 60 minutes after training can boost muscle synthesis by about 25%. Studies show that 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is the optimal range for maintaining and building muscle after 50. Another often overlooked point: adequate sleep. Muscle repair and hormone production happen mainly during deep sleep, and lack of sleep seriously undermines your training results. Research shows that people who get 7 to 8 hours of sleep gain 40% more strength than those who don't sleep enough. So let's wrap this up. These 5 exercises perfectly demonstrate why they're the best choices for staying young and healthy after 50. Cardio alone is definitely better than sitting around, but it can't give you enough muscle stimulation to fight muscle loss, enough load-bearing stress to maintain bone density, enough nervous system challenge to keep your brain-body connection sharp, or enough training stimulus to significantly improve hormone levels and metabolic efficiency. But this combination of 5 exercises builds physical fitness across multiple dimensions, challenges your cardiovascular system, muscles, nervous system, and endocrine system, strengthens the brain-body connection, fights aging at the cellular level, and gives you more energy and confidence for real life, work, household tasks, travel, spending time with family and friends. With all 5 exercises properly scheduled, you only need about 150 to 180 minutes per week total. That's just 20 to 30 minutes a day. Compared to the advice many people get to jog for an hour every day, the time investment is about the same, but you get far more comprehensive anti-aging benefits. That Stanford study I mentioned at the beginning found that people using this kind of combined training approach performed better on every aging-related marker than those who only did one type of exercise. And their adherence rate was 35% higher, because the variety keeps things from getting boring. Remember, what really determines your results isn't perfection. It's starting and sticking with it. Begin with whatever version you can do right now. Even if you can only manage the simplest versions for short periods at first, as long as you stay consistent and keep progressing, your body will surprise you. Tons of research has proven again and again, it's never too late to start. Many studies even included participants in their 70s and 80s who still showed significant improvements. Your body retains the ability to get younger throughout your entire life. It just needs the right stimulus. And these 5 exercises are designed exactly for that. Now it's your turn. What physical ability have you noticed declining most since turning 50? And what do you most want to improve? How much time do you actually spend exercising each week right now? What's the biggest thing stopping you from starting or sticking with exercise? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. We genuinely love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching.